Hi, everybody. Today we're going to be doing dark kids books that are specifically great for Halloween time. Let me put my banner up. I wanted to do this today too because on our podcast, we've actually published our part 2 of kids books being released. So check out our podcast. We're going to wait for our Amazon Live people. But yeah, you can check out our podcast. It's down below. And then let us know what you guys think of it. Make sure to rate and review our podcast. All right, so we're now live on Amazon Live. So first of all, I just wanted to say I'm really digging my bookshelf here. It's pretty nice, pretty cool. You can see that I've got a lot of my books here. This isn't all. There's a whole bunch down here as well. But I'm using this really cool bookshelf. It's, I think normally it would be what you would call, because there's grates here. So it'd be great for plants and, bathroom accessories. It just, there's like just more area to move around, but it's really stable, really sturdy. I also have decorated it. You might be able to see with these Halloween decorations here. These are actually tablecloths and they're for the mantle as well. It's really cool. But so far I've been really digging it. It's been really convenient and nice, especially for live streaming. So you can find that down in the carousel below, both of the things if you're looking for simple Halloween decorations. So the first book I'm going to pick up is actually, this one's in Spanish. So I'm not going to read the entire thing. I'm not entirely fluent in Spanish, but it's a really cute book. And I do believe there's an English version. This is a pop-up book. This is Hansel y Gretel. This is by, let's see, Javier Salomo and Merix del Marti. It's published by Comb Bell. So let's look at some of the actual pop-ups here. Isn't it cute? I love it. I popped it too much. So here, this has a cute little forest. It's quite awesome. Very three-dimensional. You have the text even on some of the pop-up itself as they're wandering through the forest. And then here we have our awesome candy house. Super cute. Everything is in Spanish. So this would be a great way to learn some Spanish if you are trying to learn, or if you are fluent and you're looking for some Spanish books that are kind of Halloween oriented. It's really cute. The art is precious. This is one of my, I would say, probably my favorite pop-up books for kids in general. It just has a really fun design. The witch is horrifying. It's so cute. But yeah, and then we have this cute little cage in the back. It's just a really great pop-up book in general. So check this one out. This is Hansel y Gretel. This one is in Spanish. If you're looking for other pop-up books too, you can find them here on the back of the book. But they're also down in the carousel below if you are looking for more Spanish-speaking books. Very cute stuff. So let me move on to something else. We have classic. This is the Pumpkin Baby book. So if you've got really, really tiny ones and you're trying to celebrate Halloween with, this is a great, awesome book. This is by Hazelden Flatbook Press. They have other cute baby books. They have Vampire Baby, Mothman Baby. They have a whole bunch of monsters. And if you're looking for a whole collection of cute Halloween monster baby books, check these guys out. This one's one I personally really like. So it's Pumpkin Baby. It's a little flat book. Here we go. The colors are vibrant and bright, and it's interactive. So kids will be like, oh my goodness, that's so fun. So who's smiling big on Halloween night? It's Pumpkin Baby, happy and bright. This is like 7-ish pages. The pages are really thick. It's great for if kids like to chew on things. That does happen. Who's that laughing by the witch's brew? It's a cute ghoul and a black cat too. The art is fantastic. I love the art in here. And all of the Hazelden flat books, all of the monster books are really vibrant and fun and approachable. So it really entices the babies and the kids to really enjoy like the story itself. And it's not too scary. Where could Pumpkin Baby be? I'm hanging with the bats. Look at me. It's really cute. I'm not going to share all of these because I want you guys to go check it out. But you can see it's a really cute book, perfect for Halloween time if you're looking for something not as spooky, still really festive, and great for your kids. We have Pumpkin Baby. And check out all of their other books too. Like I said, they have a lot of different ones. I think they have Frankenstein. They have one, I hope I grabbed it. It's a Banshee book. Lots of cute books here from Hazy Dell Flat Book. So check that out. Darren says, nice, we're doing books today. Yes, we are. So today on our podcast at Dark Side of the Library, we have published all the new books that have come out during September that are for kids. So check that out too. If you guys do enjoy books, that's kind of our specialty, is we love doing books. But yeah, if you like the Halloween aesthetic, make sure to give us a follow as well. Okay, so we are going to also do La Catrina. So this is another younger baby book. I really like this one. This one's really cute. Obviously, Dia de los Muertos is not Halloween. I mean, there's clearly some similarities, but it's not, they're not the same. That is not what I'm saying. But this book is so much fun. It's really cute. So La Catrina. This is by Lil Libros is the publisher. So we have the Spanish and English version of these. We have our little sugar skulls here. So loved is amada. It's cute. I love this. We have excited, emocionado. I really do love the little designs here. And I hate to say it, but sad or triste is my favorite, my favorite one here. So this is really great. Expressive book if you're, practicing with your kids' emotions and trying to mimic them. This would be a really fun book to have. And you get the English and the Spanish version, so you can be learning both languages simultaneously. I think that's perfect. Here we have Scared, Asustado. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, this one's cute too. Surprised. So sorprendida. I have to practice my Spanish too. But this one's a really fun, cute book where you get to you're learning different languages, different emotions, and you can actually mimic all of the different faces, like confident. That would be, sitting up straight. And the kids are really going to love this. It's great for Halloween time, obviously, but for Dia de los Muertos, if you're looking for more of those kinds of books too, clearly this is going to be a great theme for that. So this is La Catrina. This is the emotions. I think they have a whole bunch of different other books that are more than just emotions. They have numbers. I think they even have alphabets. So check this brand out. These are really, really fun. So let's move on to something a little more for older kids. I have a mix of books for older kids, picture books, actual books, and graphic novels, which I'm going to share with you now. This one's the Dracula graphic novel. This one's for older kids because it has older themes in here. So probably around ages 10 to 14 is what they recommend. I think it was for this one. I might be mixing this up a little bit. Definitely for older kids. So we have our classic Dracula story here. The art is really, really fun. Really dark, but clean. So if you or maybe your kids are really curious about the classics, and I think I forgot to add one of these books in here. I'm going to show it to you guys anyways because I really like this kids book. But if they're trying to, if they're really curious about some of these classics like Frankenstein by Mary Shelley, Dracula, all of those, sometimes graphic novels are a great way to introduce kids to some bigger stories like that with more complicated themes or text. Here we have some more. I'm trying to filter this out because I think there are some bloodier parts. No, it's not terribly violent, especially considering it is Dracula. So this is kind of how I really enjoyed approaching the classics, or just really lots of things in general, is reading graphic novels. It was one of my favorite things to do growing up. And I learned a lot, and just having the pictures and I guess kind of more like a movie playing as you're reading the graphic novel is really fun. So check these out. I think there are more than just Dracula that this guy has done. So this is by Russell Punter and Valentino Forlini. This is Usborne Graphic Classics. This is Dracula. It's really cool. I think there's more than one. I think it's just the first volume, but it's a great way to get started. Perfect way to start the spooky season, of course, is reading Dracula. So check this one out. Let me know what you guys think about graphic novels for kids. And I have a couple graphic novels, but the other one I want to share with you too, speaking of classics, is The Call of Cthulhu and Dagon. This is by H.P. Lovecraft, and this one also is for older kids. So this one, I think this one is for 14 and up. So this is really awesome. I've only read a few of H.P. Lovecraft's stuff, but it can be really dry or really heavy. This is a great way of introducing all of our creepy monsters to kids. So here we go. Call of Cthulhu. Let's look at, we even have a table of contents. So we start with Dagon and then we go to the Call of Cthulhu. So let's look at the actual photos. It's interesting. It is almost word for word the story, clearly a little more palatable, but you can see here with the text, it's almost like just explaining the story as if you're reading the story, but then it provides like some imagery here, which is pretty awesome. There are some conversational, like some texts with conversations, but a lot of it is just kind of a narration for the most part. I love this. This is such a cool scene. I'm sure these guys had so much fun designing this book. So here we have some of that conversations that I'm talking about, a narrative here. The art is fantastic. I love that it's not like super dreary. It isn't super bloody or gory or anything like that, so kids can definitely appreciate it. But obviously, thematically, this is for older kids. Here we have some more. I haven't read this one yet. I've only read a few pages of it, and I was like, oh, wow, this is almost identical to the story. So that's really cool. And I'll share with you guys a few more. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. Here are some creepy monsters. Yay! Some Lovecraftian creatures. Here we go. See, like I said, it's dark, but it's not, too spooky, but this is perfect for the spooky season. After Halloween, keep in mind, and this is a great gift option too. If you've got kids who are really into maybe Lovecraft or monsters, this is a great introduction to the king of monsters, H.P. Lovecraft. Check out The Call of Cthulhu and Dagon. This is a graphic novel. This is illustrated by Dave Shepard, but all of the text is basically directly from the story itself. So check that one out. Next thing I want to share with you are some coloring books. I know that these are really nice to have on hand if you are, the power goes out all the time during this time of year over here. And it's kind of nice to have something that's not, your phone and your draining battery, especially if it's like days at a time where you don't have any power and maybe you just don't have as much battery life. Check out these coloring books. So this is Rackham's Fairy Tale coloring book, 17 stories from the Brothers Grimm. Yay! So we do get the actual story itself. So here is a fully colored picture, and these are all the classic images too. So we get the story written out here. So it's double the fun. You get to color along with actually with the story itself. So here you can do whatever you want. And the images are actually quite detailed. So this is kind of a challenging coloring book for, I would say, a middle grade kid. Obviously, younger readers can totally enjoy this. So here we have Little Red Riding Hood. Look at her. I like that the wolf actually looks like a wolf. Just an ordinary, creature. He's like, yeah, hey, man, we're going to deliver things to your grandma. Nothing too overly scary. Here we have Little Red Riding Hood back with the wolf as the grandma. You see that. I'll share with you guys a few more of these photos. But yeah, these stories, since they are from Grimm, a lot of these are going to be classic tales, and they are going to be darker because this is the classic Grimm fairy tales. So nothing Disney about this. This is going to be a really fun coloring book to have on hand just because if you have kids who enjoy reading or want to learn more about Grimm's fairy tales, this is really fun. It's a great activity book in general, and you get to read. Here we have, ooh, who's this? Is this the Goose Girl? Let me see if there is a table of contents so you guys know. Oh, there is. Perfect. Okay, so here's the table of contents. So we have Hansel and Gretel, Little Red Riding Hood, Rumpelstiltskin, The Little Farmer, Snow White, Dr. Know-It-All, the Goose Girl, the Four Clever Brothers, the Fox and the Horse, King Thrushbeard, Sleeping Beauty, Rapunzel, Cat and Mouse in Partnership, Fundevogel, The Valiant Little Taylor, The Queen Bee, and The Lady and the Lion. Those are all the stories that are going to be in here, all with text, all with beautiful photos. This is fun. It's really cool, classic, and it's a great way to introduce the kids to Grimm fairy tales. I love Grimm fairy tales in the autumn season and winter season. It's just perfect to read those creepy stories, the creepy fairy tales. Check this one out. Super cool. So another coloring book, if you're just looking for coloring books in general for the kids, we have cute ones as well, not just spooky ones. This one is the Witches coloring book. As you can tell, this is really precious, and it's great for more than just Halloween too. There are some scenes in here that represent more like Yule or even the spring season, but here are some of the pages. Sorry about my camera washing everything out. The lines are a lot darker and more clear. So it ranges from difficulty, from more complicated scenes. This is a creepy graveyard scene. Not really creepy. It's actually quite cute. To simpler scenes, like this one's really simple. So I would say probably ages from 4 and up would probably enjoy this. It's just really cute. I like that you can actually frame. I like putting, so my niece loves coloring books a lot, and it's really nice to have the blank pages in the back. So if you do want to frame it or hang it up on your refrigerator, you can. Here's some more images. This one's another kind of easier one, and it's a cute little bear. Here, let's do a few more. Here we have a burning, I would say this might be more Yule-like. So we're setting a giant fire here. We also have, I don't know if these are actual dolls or just like symbols, but here we have little trick-or-treating items, candy, and your buckets. But we do have other things here, like it looks like clothing, but I don't think they're quite dolls. They're just items of clothing that you can color in. And I'll share one more. This is a really cute, adorable little book. It's more approachable if you have kids that are a little apprehensive about Halloween and they're not really into very spooky stuff, but you still want to celebrate and be festive. This is a great coloring book for you. So check out the Witches coloring book, and it's pretty cheap. It's, you know, like $10. This is a great, I mean, I'm going to give this to my niece this year. I've been waiting to give it to her, so I'm really excited. All right, so the next kids book I'm going to share with you guys is actually for mid-grade level readers. We have this just came out, so it's Raising the Horseman. Let me find it in my carousel real fast. This is by Serena Valentino, and she did the Villains books, and she's a best-selling writer. She just published another children's book, too, that's all Disney stuff. So this is really fun. It's a retelling of the classic Sleepy Hollow story. We have Cat, another Cat, like the great-great-great-great-great-granddaughter of Catrina Van Tassel. Anyway, so we have Cat, who is tired of celebrating the whole Sleepy Hollow thing and the Headless Horseman. And she meets this new girl who introduces her to like the greatness of ghosts and creepy things and Halloween, and also just discovering herself. Because, you know, if you're somebody who's related to somebody famous, I'm sure it's really hard. You have a bit of an identity crisis. You're like, should I be just like my relative, or I should be myself? So it's got a lot of fun themes. This is LGBTQ plus friendly. It's an awesome book. The back says every family has skeletons. Cats just happens to be headless. It's cute. This is obviously perfect for Halloween. It came out at the right time. It's brand new and it's 30% off right now. It's a great story. Kids are really going to dig it. Here, I don't think there's any drawings or anything in here, but it's just, here's what the text kind of looks like. It's about 300 pages. Yeah, it's around 300 pages. It's really creepy and whimsical. And I haven't seen many stories that retell Sleepy Hollow as much, especially for kids. So this is just a really fun, cool retelling, and it brings some of those classic stories back to life, essentially. So check this one out. This is great. Plus, this cover is freaking awesome. This guy holding like a pumpkin with like their faces, and it's all ghostly and cool. Anyway, if you have kids that really want some spooky reads, this is an option. If you're homeschooling some kids or if you're a teacher, this is a great option. This is published by Disney Hyperion, I believe. Yep. Wow. Look at me. I'm such a professional. Anyway, so check this one out. Raising the Horseman. Fun book. Another cool book, too. So this is a pop-up book. It is Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven. This one's a little pricey, but it's really cool. So it's great for adults and for kids, older kids, because this is, like I said, down below, it's almost $200. So I would probably wait on it, but it's really cool. It's a pop-up book of the classic The Raven story. So let me share with you some of these pages. Oh boy, here we go. Here he is. We have these flaps here on the side that share the story of the Raven. I love it. My camera's doing some crazy stuff right now, but I love, it's like a little peekaboo. Hold on a second. I want to be really careful and gentle with it. So this is, if you're somebody that does collect pop-up books, this is definitely a must-have. If you're a Gothic reader, clearly this is a must-have. This is definitely for older readers who enjoy pop-up books. Or, if you're a teacher and you just want to do something really fun and tell a creepy story, The Raven's a classic. You have to. So here we have another flap here. This is so much fun. I love the art in here. It's really gorgeous. And the pop-ups are just, they're really awesome. They're very animated. You can even see the little closet in the back or the curtain. It actually moves as well. I don't know if you can notice that. Here, let's do the next page. Oh, there it is. Here's our awesome Raven. This is such a cool book, and it's sinister. That face is it's creeping me out. I'm watching exactly what you guys are watching. So here's the little flap for the story itself. So you can just read and gently open this up, and I'll do one more before because I want you guys to actually check out this book. But here, look at that. Isn't that magnificent? Wow. I wish this popped a little bit more, but I understand. There's only so much you can do. But it's impressive how this statue looks very, it looks great. The Raven is horrible. It's scary. I love it. I love crows and ravens, but yeah, this one's exceptional. And here we have our little flap so that we can read more of the story. If you guys are interested in Gothic books, adult fiction, nonfiction, kids books, that kind of thing, make sure to check out our podcast at Dark Side of the Library, and make sure to follow us here. If you are interested in the Halloween aesthetic, then you'll get notified anytime we do go live. There's a lot of books coming out for Halloween. These ones are just ones that I have on hand. We haven't even started with all the September books. So make sure to give us a follow if these things are of interest to you. Anyway, so this is the Edgar Allan Poe, The Raven. I know it's a little pricey, but it's a great collector item. So speaking of another collector item, less scary, still pretty thematic. School season just started. I know that I grew up with Harry Potter, and there is a Harry Potter pop-up book that's really extensive. Here it is. This one's on sale. Typically, this is about $80, but right now it's like only $45. So it's pretty awesome. So here is a pop-up guide to Hogwarts. I kind of loved imagining as a kid that I was going to Hogwarts. It made school more palatable. So I know a lot of kids right now are just going to school. Plus Hogwarts and Halloween to me just go together. And then we have like Hogsmeade, which is perfect for wintertime. I mean, it even looks like wintertime. So this is just the perfect spooky season pop-up book. So you can actually lay the whole thing out. I'm going to start from the beginning. You can lay the entire book out and have a whole Harry Potter scene. So it's a little delicate and difficult to do live streaming, but here is one side. It's only one side of, oh my goodness, Hogwarts. So one thing you can do too, and my co-host Carrie, she suggests doing this, is like if kids really dig like paper dolls or just playing with little figurines, using pop-up books is a great way to have a whole scene available to you, and kids can go play and, like, you know, we can all pretend we're little wizards. Something that's also really cool about this particular pop-up book is we have on the sides here additional little pop-ups. Oh my goodness, it's so hard. But we have all of these little things, flaps. It's, again, like I said, this book is a little hard to handle as a pop-up book. So you can lay it all out on the ground. There's a little flap here that allows you to open everything up. So that's why it's so hard. Or you can just do it one page at a time, probably on the floor. Here's the other side of Hogwarts. This is my favorite side. I love the herbalism area. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm falling apart here. Here we have some more pop-ups. So cool. We have little blurbs about each area, some extra information about Hogwarts if maybe you've never played the games, or if you just want, you know, it's really cool to see all this stuff live action a little bit. Here is the Quidditch Stadium. This is one of my favorite scenes too. You can actually see little cute witches flying and playing Quidditch in the stadium, which is cool. Here we have additional information, like, oh my goodness. So cool. What is this? This is the Order of the Phoenix. So there's a lot of stuff in this pop-up book. It's really fun. If you are somebody who loves Harry Potter and you're collecting everything, this is a really cool classic pop-up. And I think this actually did come out this year. So it's a very recent released book. It's very cool. And the art's fun. You can lay the entire thing out if you wanted to and display it. So check this out. This is the Harry Potter Hogwarts pop-up. It is by Matthew Reinhardt and Kevin M. Wilson, who they do a lot of pop-ups. These guys are pretty famous. All right, so, oh, careful. So the next book I'm going to talk about is, here we go. We'll go to some kids' books. So this one is Jampires. This is a children's picture book. Let me find it in my carousel. It's very cute. This is, again, for more reluctant Halloween, you know, for kids that maybe are a little scared of Halloween. This is a great approachable book. Let me see if I can find this in the carousel. Make sure to comment down below where you guys are watching from. I'd love to hear from you. So here's Jampires. This is by Sarah McIntyre and David O'Connell. It's so cute. So instead of blood, they like to eat jam. It's really cute. So let's open it. Okay, watch out. There's a jam thief about. Have you ever bitten into a jelly donut and thought, this needs more jam? Imagine Sam's surprise when he discovers his favorite treat has been sucked dry. So let's follow Sam on his journey. Here is kind of what the art looks like, which is crazy because, you know, this looks really, really cute, but this has some really fun, sketchy looking art inside. So here we go. There's no jam, yelled Sam. This donut's all wrinkly. This donut is jamless and dry. I would hate that. That would be a nightmare. Someone got to this donut before me and sucked out all the jamminess. Why? Here is some more of these, the photos and the illustrations. They're so pretty. It is a little more dark because we get all of these fun little sketchy lines, kind of like an Edward Gorey thing going on, just a little bit, but not, not entirely. Here's a great scene. So our little Jampires are taking Sam on a journey, which is so cute. And there's a huge jar of jam in the sky with Jampires and flocks soaring by above donuts that looked plump as cushions to Sam and mountains of blueberry pie. Can you imagine if we had an actual like massive jar of jam in the sky? That would be amazing. Here we have some more photos. This is really fun because it kind of brings all the fun things about Halloween into a book. So, we all are really looking forward to all the treats and all the sweet, awesome things we get. There's also vampires in this book and traveling and adventuring, but making it less scary and fun. And the art is just so cute. It's kind of like this weird Dr. Seuss world, magical candy land. It's just fantastic. And it's just a unique story. It's just really cute. So I recommend this for more reluctant Halloween kids who might be a little scared of Halloween and maybe even vampires. Then you can be like, well, maybe vampires are actually Jampires. So check this out. This is the Jampires book. This is by Sarah McIntyre and David O'Connell. It's quite a cute book. I really enjoy it. It really surprised me. Let's check out some more books. Ooh, this one's fun. Okay, so this is the Spooky Tale. Another really great young read book. Let me see if I can find this in the carousel. So Spooky Tale, very cute. I hope I added it in the carousel today because this one's really fun. I might have, maybe I didn't, maybe this one almost looks identical to Pumpkin Baby, so I might have missed it. But let me just tell you about it real fast if I did. I think I did miss it. Check this one out. Anyway, this is really cute, very perfect for Halloween. We have clearly a very spooky house. It's actually not that spooky, but it makes Halloween stuff approachable. Again, great for kids. Brightly colored imagery in a dark wood. Then you open the flap. Here we go. Here's our little adventures. Snaked a winding path, and it literally is this cute little adventure over the rickety bridge, along the stubbly field. And my camera is washing out all the colors, just so you are aware. This is really vibrant. It's very colorful and cute. Across the dismal swamp. I love these little swamp creatures. Here we have through the deserted graveyard. Look at him. That's cute. Past the pitch black cave. So I'm not going to read all of them, but it's a really fast-paced book. So you're going through this big, spooky adventure together. It's a Spooky Tale. I didn't put that in my carousel, but check this out. You can find it on Amazon pretty easily. This is by Christopher Francis Shelley, and Allison Black does the art. Spooky Tale, very cute. Now, one that I did put in my carousel that I really enjoy. This one's adorable. And this is great for more than just Halloween. It's called Trap the Monster. So if you have kids that are spooked by a lot of stuff, like my sister, I remember she used to be scared of almost everything when we were growing up, especially when she was very, very young. This is a great book for that. So here we have Trap the Monster. Here we go. If you are afraid of the big bad wolf, turn the page. Good job. You sent it to jail. If you are afraid of the sea dragon, turn the page. Good job. You put it in a pot. Now you can cook it with potatoes. And I love potatoes. If you are afraid of the furry red monster, turn the page. Splat. Good job. You smashed it with the swatter. Now you can throw it out the window. So this would be a really, I mean, this is such a fun animated book because you can be like squish, smash, cook, and kids are really going to love it, and they're going to feel really empowered because it's like, hey, I can lock a monster in jail. I don't need to be afraid of this thing, and I can make things better for myself. Like if you are afraid of the creepy vampire, turn the page. Pew. Good job. You sent him to space. So it makes things really cute and fun. I really like this. It's a cute book, especially for kids who might just be really, I mean, prone to being scared of things. I totally understand. My sister was a lot like this. And you give them a sense of agency because you're like, you get to turn the page and you get to, you know, lock the spider up in jail or wherever, you know. So this is a fun book. This is by Agnes Barruzzi. It's called Trap the Monster. It's great for all year round, and it's really interactive, super fun. I like this. And plus, with the spooky season coming up, I know kids are always like, oh, did you know about this one monster? And then, you know, for those that don't like spooky things, they're like, oh no, I don't know what to do. So this is just a great book for that. So check it out. So the next book I wanted to, actually, before I do that, I'm sure you see some things on my shelf. I totally forgot. So I do have this really cute, it's kind of rustic. It is by Glitz Home, You're the Hocus to My Pocus. Just really briefly, this is my midway break. So this is really cute. This takes AA batteries and it does light up. You can turn it off, just turn it on. This is great as a centerpiece, or if you've got, you know, an entryway with a table there, you can greet your guests here. It's a really, you know, it's a non-spooky, adorable decoration. Kids love witchy stuff, especially Harry Potter and Hocus Pocus and stuff like that. So it's a not really spooky decoration, which is great for a lot of kids if that's what you're looking for. So you're the hocus to my pocus, and it's really glitzy and cute. It's fun. So, and another couple things I do have, speaking of kids, they can be, I'm sure you know, because I'm assuming you're here because maybe you have kids or talk to kids or around kids a lot. They can be destructive and they don't know where they're going. So battery operated candles are kind of a lifesaver for me. So you can turn these on. They do come with a remote. Let me find this actually in my carousel. So these come in set. The one that I have came in a set of 5, which is very handy. But now I kind of want to get a set. You know, they have like sets of 11. And these are really cool because as you can see back here, it totally looks like a candle. It's really cute. Let me find my remote. I hope I got the right one. I did not get the right one. Here it is. Okay. So it does come with a remote. You can turn it on, off. We have different settings here. We have 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours. So maybe if you're using these as kind of night lights, you can just set them for 8 hours, turn them off, and then you can do the same thing the next night. We also have candle mode or light mode. You can make it dimmer or brighter depending on your preference. So these are really great, really handy to have if you have pets who like to get into things like my cats do, or if you have kids or dogs or anything that just kind of, you know, accidents happen. It's not their fault, but, you know, it does happen. So those are really fun and great to have around. And I like to have a whole bunch just in case the power does go out personally. So just wanted to point out those. Let me move on to another book, though. So we do have a Day of the Dead coloring book. This is on, this is on super sale right now. This, I think, is even just like 99 cents today. Yeah, it's ordinarily only $2, but it's very cute. This is the Day of the Dead drawing book. I love drawing books, and I think kids really dig them too. They were really fun when I was growing up. So here we have Day of the Dead. Let's see if I can get some of these cool images. So here we have beautiful skeletons dancing. Oh, I love them. We start with the basics. We get our materials organized first, just different tips on what we should use, different even shapes before you even get started. Decorative shapes. I like that they call it decorative shapes. We have shading lessons, which is also very helpful. So if you've got kids that are, you know, soon to be famous artists around here. Make sure to, they're probably going to really want to learn more about all of this stuff. And then we get on to the fun stuff. So we have Catrina. Here is the final of what it will look like and step-by-step instructions for each phase. And then we also get a full final phase at the very end here. But it's very, very thorough. And also, it's not just skeletons. So we have marigolds. Let me get to step 1 here. So we have different marigolds here. I am an artist, and I've taken some of these tips before from this book because, sometimes it's like you got to go back to the basics. Here we have our beautiful marigolds all finished up. Here, I think we have whole scenes as well. More elaborate drawings. So we have here girl in costume. So step-by-step photos, which will finally get you to this end result, which is really impressive. There's also here a portrait of a loved one. So this one's really fun because you could probably take a lot of those basic steps like to here, but then you can make it your own portrait of a loved one, maybe somebody that you were really close with, and actually celebrate Dia de los Muertos the way it should be celebrated and celebrate your ancestry. So here we have fruits even. I see a jack-o'-lantern. Let me get to the final page. So here's the final page. I love the little decorations on the banana and the pumpkin. It's really cute. I'll share one more and then we'll move on. This one looks like, we have monarch butterflies, but I see, here's the monarch butterflies. This one's really pretty simple and straightforward, but I saw a altar. So here we have a cool altar. So difference, I'm just really shocked at how cheap this particular book is because it's a great lesson. You get skeletons, which is hard enough to do. You get altars, so you get big shapes like that you can apply to a whole bunch of other things. You get people, so figure drawing. There's fruit and plants and animals. So there's really every aspect of drawing in this book. And you're celebrating Dia de los Muertos. And you get to learn something too. We get to learn more about the holiday, which is around Halloween. It's not Halloween, just to verify. But this is a really great and fun not coloring book, but art book. Check it out. It's really cute. So next one I wanted to share with you is actually a coloring book. Speaking of H.P. Lovecraft earlier, this is the Cthulhu coloring book. This is great for kids who do love monsters. I mean, what's not to love? Creepy, scary monsters. So let me just share with you some of them. Some of them are really, really spooky. So just a warning, lots of bug-oriented creepy monsters. So if that's not your thing, I just maybe come back in a few minutes. So here's one. God. These are so horrifying. So we actually get a blurb from where each monster comes from or scene even. So this one's a little more palatable. This one is from the thing on the door. So it gives you an actual text of where it is. Sorry, Vicky. Hi. Here we have, this one's weird. So if you do have kids that are really into weird, creepy creatures, this is going to be a great book for them. And I know that I have some cousins that were really into weird, creepy monsters, and this is just going to be a great Halloween coloring book activity. Halloween is on a Monday, I think, this year, so I'm thinking about that in a way to make the time pass, too, in the day. My niece is notorious for being like, at 9 in the morning, she's like, I want to go trick-or-treating, and it's like, that's not how it works, my dear. So having little activities like this is really helpful. Here's another creepy, sinister portrait. I'm trying to avoid the bugs as much as possible because there's a lot of really creepy bugs. This one's strange. It's like a fish frog. But this is Cthulhu coloring book by obviously the creatures are inspired by H.P. Lovecraft. We get cool little blurbs about where they're from. So if the kids are actually interested, like, whoa, what is this monster? You can pull out H.P. Lovecraft if you want to. So check this one out. This one's great for adults and children. Lots of creepy creatures by the one and only Lovecraft. So the other one, this one's for older kids, but it's another coloring book, and I believe it's my last coloring book. This one is actually called the horror coloring book. I hope, here it is. Okay, so this one is for older kids. There are more grim images in here, so definitely not for younger kids. You're going to have to, if you want this for younger kids, you're going to probably have to sift through it a little bit. So here we have the classic Headless Horseman. This one's really cool. I do like that they give us, here's a creepy, ghostly, like phantom. But I like that there's an empty page back here so that if you did color something and it ended up being really, really cool, you can take it and, you know, hang it up somewhere. Here's a really creepy slime monster with skeletons. I just think this is a really fun way of getting a little creative. I hate that one. There was a clown one I'm not going to share with you for clown haters. This one's a zombie, obviously seen in a mall, some lady running away. She's surrounded. She's SOL, I think. Here we have the Baba Yaga, I believe. I love the skulls on her little fence here. I love that. That's so awesome. A few more images in here. We have creepy frogs. Really creepy frogs. I don't know what that's from, but oh. Here we have a three-headed, oh no, I'll pass on that one. Here we have a like a dig, and they find this creepy creature out in the middle of nowhere, a skeleton of some monster. There's space creatures. So this one's a fun one too. So this is by Juan and Santiago Calle or Calle. This is a horror coloring book. There's clowns, there's space, there's werewolves, there's the classics like vampires. There's even creepy mermaids in here. So if you're looking for something extra spooky, especially for your older kids, the horror coloring book is really fun. Or not just kids. I mean, adults clearly can enjoy themselves with this particular coloring book. So check this one out too. It's really fun. Okay, so next book I want to share with you guys is the Dracula Baby Classic book. So I love that they're doing all of the like scary stories in baby classics. So here is Dracula. This is going to be a collector item, I'm convinced. So here we have baby Count Dracula. I love his little hairs. I don't understand. So Count Dracula lived in a spooky, crumbly castle. No wonder he wants a new house, Jonathan thought. Welcome, said the Count. It doesn't look that bad to me. It looks very colorful and cute. And I like the wolf just hanging out there. Like, are you going to come back? Okay, so here we have Dracula showed Jonathan to his room. Sleep tight, said the Count. Bump! What was that? Jonathan woke up and peeked out the window. Count Dracula, he was hanging upside down like a bat. So this is very cute. This is a great way to introduce the super teeny tiny babies to our classics. I need to find out his secrets, thought Jonathan. He tried to open a big door, but it was stuck. Jonathan tried again. Shove. A room filled with treasure, but what's in that old box? Count Dracula. Shh. Dracula is sleeping. Jonathan tiptoed out of the room. Cute. I'm not going to share every single picture in here, but here's one more. Just one more. Here we have adorable Jonathan and Mina together. And we even have Count Dracula in the back here looking in. But this is a great, approachable way of getting to the classics. There are other ones too, like Alice in Wonderland. There's Frankenstein as well. You can find all of those as well in the carousel down below if you're looking for some baby creepy classics. So it makes it approachable and adorable. And I mean, oh God, I love this. This is so cute. So check this out. And it's going to be a collector item. If you do happen to collect baby or kids books, baby classics for sure. So the next thing I'm going to share with you guys is, this one's not quite creepy, but Harry Potter. This one's really great. This one's more like female empowerment stuff. So we have Calling All Witches. It's all the ladies in the wizarding world. So this is really cute and fun. We get all kinds of details about each witch. Of course, we have our beautiful Hermione Granger. And we have things that she did, where she appears in the books, just some extra information about her, and even in the movies as well. The art is fantastic. Obviously, Hermione is going to have a huge section on her, but we even have like Fleur Delacour. We have a little tiny, I guess, adjectives about her. She's poised, dedicated, and accomplished. I do feel like they should have cast somebody else as her, but that's just me. We have Madame Olympe Maxime. I can't even remember who this is. I think she's the head of the academy in France. But anyway, so we have a lot of characters in here. Even Bellatrix is in here, which is my favorite. Who doesn't like Bellatrix? Alice Longbottom's in here as well. There's a lot of cool. We have Tonks. I love Tonks too. So lots of characters that are familiar, even ones that are from the what is it? The Fantastic Beasts, which I have not read or watched. So Tina took Charge, I think, is from Fantastic Beasts. I'm imagining so. So check this out. This is really, really fun. It's not quite Halloween oriented. I apologize about the noise. But it's still witchy and wizardy. A lot of kids really love Harry Potter. And it's the beginning of the school season. Again, I love watching Harry Potter and reading Harry Potter at the beginning of a school season because I just want to pretend that school's actually that cool. Anyway, moving on. So we have a cute little ghost book I wanted to share with you guys too. It is called There's a Ghost in This House by Oliver Jeffers. Let me see if I can find this in my carousel real fast. For those of you that just joined me today, make sure to comment down below where you guys are watching from. And if you guys do like creepy stories, anything like that, make sure to check out our podcast at Dark Side of the Library. And make sure to follow us here because we do a lot of Halloween stuff in general. Baking ware, books, clearly children's toys, all kinds of stuff. So if that's your thing, give us a follow. Okay, so this is There's a Ghost in This House by Oliver Jeffers. So it's very cute. This is I think this is such a clever book. So here we go. Hello, please come in, says the cute little blue girl here. She's so cute. Okay, and welcome. I haven't had visitors for a while, so I know it's hard to see with my camera, but there's this little sleeve here. It's not a sleeve. It's like a weird page that's kind of see-through. You flip it over, and now we get the cute little ghost up here. So she's haunted. Perhaps you could help me, she wonders. I also love the mix of photography, and I think it might be an actual cutout, like a cutout doll. She's so cute. Okay, then you flip the page. Here we have our adorable little ghosty peeking over the couch. You see, I have heard there's a ghost in this house. Here we go. So there's a little ghost hanging up here, but there's also a ghost right here. This is a really fun, interactive story for kids, and this is great for more than just Halloween. I love ghost stories, and we'll probably be doing a lot of ghost stories here on this channel during wintertime, because wintertime and Christmas and ghost stories are a perfect combination. I love it. But I haven't found one. I'm not even sure what a ghost looks like. Let's flip it. Oh, they're so cute. It's actually fun too with this book because there's a lot of places that, you know, when you're just here on the regular page, you're probably thinking, oh, the ghosts are probably on the chandelier looking at her. But I love that they're actually hiding from her under the table. So it actually does surprise you a little bit because the ghosts are on the white part of this paper. So it's kind of hard to see unless if you're actually looking for it. Some say they are white with holes for eyes. Here we go. Oh, they're so cute. But they're very hard to see. Here it is. Oh my gosh, I think there's another page here. Oh, they're laughing. That's really cute. Okay, so I'm not going to share every single page with you guys, but you get the gist. This is a really fun book, and it's great for all year round. If you are somebody who has, like, if you're homeschooling your kids, or if you're a teacher and you need some fun ghost stories, this is a really cute, fun, unique book. I've never really seen a book like this. It's called There's a Ghost in This House. This is by Oliver Jeffers. Now, this activity book is really, really popular. So I wanted to share this one, and it's my last activity book that I have for you guys. This is by Daria Song. So again, great for fall, but also really great for wintertime. It really has this wintry vibes to me. So there's an actual story, it seems like, The Mysterious Mansion, but it's filled with all kinds of creepy, weird activities. So here we have the invitation. Pandora's box. Quickly complete the drawing of the mansion by connecting the dotted line inside the crystal ball to escape. So we have actual things activities you're supposed to do. So you can barely see, here are the dotted lines. You're supposed to connect those to get out. We have different activities like this one. You have to spot missing or hidden keys. There are paper dolls. There's even chess. There's coloring here. But it gives you a goal. It's a fun book because it actually has different chapters. You're supposed to go through this the entire time and escape this weird, creepy mystery mansion. Here's some more art here. It's so crazy detailed and very beautiful. Very it's creepy, kind of Alice in Wonderland-esque if she was stuck in a creepy gothic mansion. But it's just really cool. So if you're looking for some more activity books for the kids, this is a great option because there are a lot of, there's activities in here that I've never even done when I was growing up. I was like, what is even this activity? So it's very detailed, and like this one's kind of fun. I don't think I've ever done an activity like this ever in a book before. So it's really cool. Check this out. This is a really cool option that's called The Mysterious Mansion. It's by Daria Song. And yeah, if you're looking for weird, fun games, but it's obviously kid friendly. It's very Alice in Wonderland-esque. It's very fun. Very cool. All right. So the next book I want to share with you guys is called, here we have a cute picture book. It's called The Witchlings Wish. So let me find this in my carousel. It's really cute. So this one's 17% off today. This one's by Lou Fraser and Sarah Mazzini, sorry. We have a very fun, adorable book. Very colorful, but with some darker themes. We have these cute little bats. The Witchlings Wish. Above the misty mountains, below a glowing moon, lived a lonely little witchling with a knobbly, wobbly broom, and a squeaky, leaky cauldron, and a not-so-pointy hat, and a spell book full of magic, and a cave of inky bats. But look at how cute she is. I love the mushrooms, the little berries. It feels very fall and winter simultaneously. Now the little witchling didn't mind the beetles in her bed, and she didn't mind the drip, drip, drip of the water on her head. But deep inside her witchling heart, there was an empty space. I wish I had a friend, she sighed, to fill this lonely place. I can't grow one, I can't sew one. The witchling scratched her head. I know, she said. I'll cast a spell, and magic one instead. So here we have her creating her fun, or attempting to create her fun, adorable friend. We have creepy scenes, but also really cute ones where she actually completes her quest. I love that she actually casts a rainbow when she's riding her broom. It's just a very approachable, fun book. And I know I would have loved a book like this because when I was growing up really little, I felt kind of a little ostracized, or felt like it was really difficult to make some friends too. So it was kind of nice to have a book where you have somebody who has similar feelings and they just want a friend. So they're going to magic one, and it's going to be this grand adventure where you actually make new friends. So I really love the message here. This is great for Halloween, but also just in general, especially since by the time, Halloween happens, or even now, the kids have been in school for a couple weeks at this point. So, everybody's starting to figure out who their friends are. And maybe some kids just haven't found the right group of friends yet. So check this out. This is a really cute, colorful book, very witchy, but not super spooky. It's called The Witchlings Wish. It has a really great message, and it's just really magical and fun. So very cute. This is by Lou Fraser and Sarah Massini. My last book of today that I want to share with you guys is this Nightmare Before Christmas book because it's really cute. So this is by Tim Burton, illustrated and written by Tim Burton. It's a great book. And clearly great for Halloween and Christmas. I love it so much. So let me find it real quick. We have it here, and it's on sale. Oh, even better. So here's The Nightmare Before Christmas, your 20-year anniversary. The art in here is fantastic. So let's go and I'm going to share with you guys some of the art here. The mayor is so creepy in this book, like for real. Here is our Spiral Hill scene with Jack. And the poem is great. So it was late one fall in Halloween land, and the air had quite a chill. Against the moon, a skeleton sat alone upon a hill. He was tall and thin with a bat bow tie. Jack Skellington was his name. He was tired and bored in Halloween land. Everything was always the same. Look at him. He's like, why? I'm sick of scaring, the terror, the fright. I'm sick of being something that goes bump in the night. I'm bored with leering my horrible glances, and my feet hurt from dancing those skeleton dances. It's really cute. Here are all the trees where we have Easter, Christmas, and Valentine's Day land. We have here Christmas land as well, and the poem is so fun. So not only is this great for Halloween, but it's great for Christmas time. This is just a really fun book to pull out, and it is a little different than the movie too, because the movie has a lot of songs and singing, and this is an actual poem and story with great illustrations. And it's just, I don't know, I think it's more catchy. It's its own collectible item. Kids are going to really love it, especially if they already do love Nightmare Before Christmas. This is perfect. So, and if you're looking for ways of moving from Halloween to Christmas, clearly Nightmare Before Christmas is your best friend. Sandy Claus, here we go. Fun art. So again, this is actually illustrated and written by Tim Burton. It is a different experience. It's the same story, but it's still very, very fun. This is the Nightmare Before Christmas 20th anniversary edition. Thank you guys so much for watching this live stream. Make sure to give us a follow if you do like the Halloween aesthetic, witchy essentials, Halloween baking goods, all of that stuff. We do stream quite often. Thank you again. Make sure to follow us here on all of our socials at Dark Side of the Library and our podcast. We really, really appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you next time. The next